If you were thrown into space, what would happen to your body? In this video, we'll find out. When you think of outer space, you probably imagine a vast, dark, silent void. It's actually quite the opposite. There's no silence in space because there's no air to carry sound waves. So if you were an astronaut who suddenly found themselves without a spacesuit, they wouldn't be able to hear anything. In addition, when you're outside a spaceship, you can't see it or the Earth because space is pitch black. Even the brightest stars are so far away that they appear as just pinpricks of light. The only thing that would be visible are the planets and moons that are close enough to have an apparent size. So if you were thrown into space, you would be met with an endless field of darkness, dotted with bright celestial bodies. But perhaps even scarier than the deafening silence and endless darkness would be the crushing realization that you re in the vacuum of space. Because the biggest danger to the human body when it comes to space travel is exposure to the vacuum of space. This lack of pressure would cause the gases that make up our atmosphere to expand and escape, causing our lungs to rupture and our blood to boil. As you may know, our planet has a very dense atmosphere compared to the vacuum of space. This means that there is a lot of pressure pushing against us from all sides at all times. If you were to suddenly go from being surrounded by this pressure to having none at all, the air inside your body would expand and push against your organs, causing them to rupture. The air inside your lungs would expand and put pressure against your lung tissue, eventually causing them to pop. And since you'd be in the vacuum of space, there would be nothing to push back against, meaning that the air inside your body would continue to expand, and you would die pretty quickly. Also, when you're on Earth, the atmospheric pressure keeps water from boiling. At sea level, the boiling point of water is around 100 degrees Celsius. However, in space, the boiling point of water drops drastically to 30 degrees Celsius. This means that if you were thrown into space without a spacesuit, your body would begin to boil and you would die pretty quickly. So now you know that if you were thrown into space without a spacesuit, you would die pretty quickly. But what about smaller time increments? What happens to your body in the first 10 seconds after being thrown into space? During the first few seconds after being thrown into space, your muscles would begin to feel strange, and you might experience some paralysis. This is because the vacuum of space removes pressure from your body, which can cause your muscles to expand and become paralyzed. In addition, your blood would begin to boil, causing you to experience second-degree burns. As we already mentioned, the boiling point of water is much lower in space. This means that the water in your body would start to boil as soon as you were exposed to the vacuum of space. In addition, the intense heat and cold that you would be exposed to in space would cause your body to experience extreme thermal burns. In the first few seconds after being thrown into space, you would be met with temperatures as low as -270 degrees Celsius. These temperatures would cause your body to experience extreme cold burns. After being exposed to these extreme temperatures for a few seconds, your entire body would be covered in second-degree burns. After about 10 seconds of being thrown into space, your entire body would be burned and you would die. Being thrown into space without a spacesuit is definitely something to avoid. So be careful out there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing videos about space.